I want to watch this, and I want to watch the Pikmin thing again. See, like, I see the vortex. I don't... Do these things have a name? I just think of the boss, or the enemies from Twilight Princess. Like, that you fight in the Wind Temple. Or City of the Skies. And, like, I can tell, like, in many ways, it's the same world. Right? It's the same world we saw in Breath of the Wild. But they're clearly doing different things. There was a lot of... I wonder if this is underground. Because I know there were some rumors a while ago that said that the game would take place both in the sky and underground. But those same rumors also got the game's name wrong. So maybe those rumors were false. Probably. I mean, they probably were.
Rise, my servants.
That... The blue flames. This is a three... Is that the three-headed dragon from Zelda 1? I know those are normally green, but they could totally have a green version of that.
Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies.
Is that what... I'm glad voice acting is back.
No survivors.
I mean, I don't think they would have gotten rid of it. Oh, Okay, yeah, Re-Dead. Holy crap. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, true, Octoroks. Yeah, no, I think that actually looks great. Because, yeah, like, that... I don't remember which buttons do seconds and minutes. Like, I remember this exact location in, Breath of the Wild. So, like, some of it's still the same. But it's also clearly very different. Because that's Hatano Mountain, or Hatano Mountain? That's where that's where you find the, King of the Mountain, or, right, Hatano Spring. That's right there. So, yeah. I hope you get to ride those things. This... Is it? Yeah, okay, that goes by seconds. This thing... Again, the way it hits you, it reminds me of the third Colossus from Shadow of the Colossus. And I think the Breath of the Wild engine would be perfect for a Shadow of the Colossus game. With all the climbing mechanics and everything... So, assuming this thing hits the ground and you could run up its arm to attack it, that'd be amazing.
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
God, I'm so fucking excited. There we have the Nazca lines. I know there are other versions of stuff like that, and Nazca's a very specific one, but I always think of the Nazca lines first. I love stuff like that. Homing arrow. See, that's another shot that makes me think underground. God, he looks so good. Car. I love... Again, it's just a logical progression of the mechanics. And I know you made a joke about Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts. Oh, I love that so much. I love Car. Hot air balloon, same thing. Just fun. I feel like the balloon should be bigger. Flying machine. Ugh. I wonder what that giant orb in the background is there. I'm so... that looks so good. And yeah, I still feel like we don't know. Like, for all this information we're getting, I still feel like we know nothing.
Please, lend him your power.
We know there's still so much to know. So much to learn. Holy shit. Okay, so... I know we're back doing the Pikmin 2 things. There's treasures. I hope they change up somewhat of how the done... Because I like the daytime-nighttime thing in Pikmin. But I know the daytime-nighttime thing doesn't work in dungeons. That was the whole point of Pikmin 2. I definitely hope they balance them more, because definitely Pikmin's endgame goes on too long. I'll say that. I love Pikmin. The endgame of Pikmin 2 goes on too long. Pikmin 1 is too short. Pikmin 2 is too long. I think 3 found a perfect balance. I do not know if this is... I was predicting an open world Pikmin game. I do not know if it's going to be open world or not. I think visually, this game looks beautiful. But Pikmin games have always looked beautiful. That's nothing new. Even on the GameCube. Pikmin 1 and 2... Or Pikmin 2 looked great. Pikmin 3 was probably the best looking Wii U game. At least one of them. We've got our new captain here. New onion. This is... I find this curious. This extra spaceship. That's got to be the ship we came down in, right? Also, I think it's got 4 windows. Yeah, it's got 4 windows. So, right, the Pikmin 2 ship has 2 windows. I want to say the ship in 3 has 3 windows. So that's got 4 windows. But it reminds me of the Pikmin 2 ship, just a lot bigger. I do definitely lead credence to the fact that I think there are multiple... Because my idea has been a open world where you can find like different spots to set down your stuff. And I do wonder if they're going to do that. Because this all feels very like playgroundy and whatnot. A lot of these things... This is the cool one. I just noticed the enemy in the background. I think climbing up a wall is it adds verticality to Pikmin. Pikmin has always struggled with verticality. That's cool. What the heck is that thing in the background? What the fudge is that? Sup roll. We're collecting treasures again, like Pikmin 2. Ice Pikmin. Great addition. Great addition in my opinion. I think these little guys look adorable. I love them. That's cute. That's cute. I like what they can do. Freezing enemies. I'm assuming they're trying to find a way to balance the purple Pikmin stun. So making it be able to freeze the enemies, I'm assuming going to be something like that. But I also like the environmental things. Being able to freeze over water, that's pretty cool. You, I don't know how to feel about. You weird little dog thing. Poochie. I don't know how to feel about you. Especially if it's something that, like, we're gonna keep overnight. Or, because assuming it's not going to be able to be stored in the onion. So there's definitely something here. We have our 4 captains. No adding a dog. I mean, to be fair, people like dogs. I mean, there's the Twitter account, Can You Pet the Dog, is very popular. I follow it. So we got our 4 captains. Shepherd. I want to say one of them is Cole. Honestly, I think the captains feel very doll-like. Like, they remind me of dolls. Especially this one. Like a Pinocchio type. But can they do... weren't there cats in Yoshi? Were there cats in Yoshi? I know there's the ghost cat in Luigi's Mansion. Which I thought was an amazing addition. That made perfect sense. So, my one worry with 4 captains... 3 captains are already a lot to manage in Pikmin 3. Right? Managing 3 captains, sometimes you're like doing so much that your brain kind of loses track. Or it feels like you're wasting time. In Pikmin 2 especially. In Pikmin 2 with 2 captains, you're wasting a lot of time. At least in 3, you have the go here mechanic. And that, like, gives you something to do. 4, I feel like, might be too much. See, I love Pikmin, so I know a lot about these things. I do worry that 4 captains might be too much. Of course, maybe it's not. You know, maybe they expand the Go Here command. Maybe they have certain things that you can have your captains do certain things. I don't want the captains to be AI controlled. Like, I don't want them to be like, oh yeah, your captains, right? If you just leave them around, they'll wander off and do things. I don't want that. But I maybe like more actions, like, oh, you can send your captains to go here, and then once they're here, they can start collecting berries. Or you can send them to a place to build a bridge and whatnot. Right? Like, having them do certain things once they go here. Because they definitely need to bring back the go here mechanic. Because that was, again, Pikmin 2 does not have it, and it definitely feels like you waste a lot of time in Pikmin 2 with 2 captains. This is cute. That's definitely going to add a lot of potential. Otachi. Who is that? Because that doesn't... Like, it's not all... I don't think it's Olimar or Louis. But it might be something. We found a castaway. Oh! Are we coming... Did we come to this planet to find... To, like, resettle it? Is that it? Huh. Castaway. Did they turn Earth into, like, Australia, like a prison planet? This... it looks great. I think this looks great, but bringing back the Raging Longlegs... I know it's going to have a new name, right? It's going to be called something new. I know it's... Technically, it's closer to BD Longlegs, but it reminds me of the Raging Longlegs. I know the Raging Longlegs has bigger legs, or bigger feet anyways. But no, it reminds me of the Raging Longlegs. I think this looks great. The mother... is it the Queen Bulborb? The Queen Bulborb's back. And again, this is what makes me think we're having dungeons again. Because the Queen Bulborb was a dungeon boss in Pikmin 2. And the Raging Longlegs was also a dungeon boss. I do hope they bring back the Man at Legs. Or Man at... whatever it was called. I want to say it was Man at Legs. It might have been Man. So yeah, it definitely looks like dungeons are coming back. And then this. Only one captain goes up with the onion. Immediately, I could tell something was wrong there. So you're going to be able to stay overnight. Pikmin... Oh yeah, Pikmin has dungeons. It's actually a roguelike. It has roguelike style dungeons, yeah. So in the Pikmin games, you can't... Right, you're on a time limit. 13 minutes per day. Because when night falls, all the dangerous creatures come out and try to kill you. So at the end of the 13 minutes, you go back up into space and come down the next day. In Pikmin 1, you have a 30-day time limit. In Pikmin 2, you have an unlimited time limit. And in Pikmin 3, you only have... You have as long as you can create juice. So if you run out of juice, your time limit's up. But you never run out of juice, let's be honest here. Even in the hardest difficulties. But this, people have wanted this, because this is staying overnight. There's a bunch of Starbit candies, which I find very interesting. I wonder how that's going to work. Are we trying to, like, stay overnight and collect them? This thing... What I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be like is the game Dead by Daylight. In Dead by Daylight, right, it's a normal zombie game most of the day. But then when it goes night, the zombies, like, get an attack boost, they get a damage boost, they're faster, they're stronger. I wonder if it's going to work like that. Right, during the day, you've got, right, Bulborbs are still sleeping and whatnot. But then during night, they're actively roaming, they get an attack boost, they get a defense boost, they're faster. That sounds really cool. And during the night, you're trying to collect as many Starbits as possible. And maybe it's a thing where you can only... Because the onion goes up at the end of the night, right? The onion leaves with the captain. So maybe you either bring out, like, only so many Pikmin, and that's it. That's all you get. So, like, let's say you keep 20 Pikmin, you only get 20 Pikmin, and you can't replenish during the night. That's another thing I see being very possible. It looks like similar. Well, yeah, the thing is, they're all based on the same thing. They're based on Japanese star candies. Star bits, the gratitude crystals from Skyward Sword. The Pokemon Meteor is based on them. There are other examples I can't think of. I want to say they feed Cosmog star candies in the Pokemon anime. That sounds right in my head. Oh, the game mode. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That's also possible. Yeah, I see what you mean, right? The spirit world thing where you're getting the teardrops. Yeah, no, I can also see that. That's also possible. Make it like a stealth mode. I don't know how much I would love that. I'd still like the ability to fight back, but that would be very interesting. I'll give you that. So, yeah. And then that release date. I was expecting October. Some people were expecting it to be delayed. Some people were worried about Tears of the Kingdom being delayed. I'm glad Tears of the Kingdom isn't delayed and that this is coming out in July.